11. Tonight, right here on WOWK, you saw the Hollywood Film Awards. We wanted to catch up with a local filmmaker who has a very successful history right here in the Mountain State. 13 News reporter Jesse Shafer has the story.
This is what I get in LA. Wow, you get to live in West Virginia and do what you do? You're so lucky.
But it took a lot more than luck for Danny Boyd to get where he is today. With dozens of successful films under his belt, a collection of graphic novels and comics, it's taken hard work and dedication. And there's one aspect of his work that keeps him going.
Storytelling. And that's what's driven me.
In 1987, Boyd and his ragtag crew developed Chillers, a cult classic that has survived the decades and won its fair share of awards. Looking back,
sometimes naivete is your strength. We weren't getting rich, but we were in the game.
A slew of films came after Chillers, all shot here locally.
I don't think we could have done this anywhere else but West Virginia. It wasn't like you can't do this. It's like, we're going to help you do this.
A Martinsburg native, Boyd spent much of his time in the late 80s and 90s in Los Angeles, but there was something about the Mountain State that just kept him coming back.
Back in West Virginia, 3 of us would sit down and say, you want to make this movie? If we all said, yeah, we made it. I want to be in the business of making movies, not talking about movies.
An attitude that is probably the reason why Boyd has had the successes that he's had. Over the years, his passion for filmmaking has dwindled. Maybe it's the time or the money or the immense amount of devotion it takes. But he says the memories are enough to last a lifetime.
It's really hard for us West Virginians to take a compliment. You notice that? I mean, it's just like, oh, shucks. But honestly, it means the world to me in that moment. It means more to me now at age 58 than it did at 30.
He's taught for 32 years, and he always goes back to one film for all of his classes.
The Wizard of Oz. Because when Dorothy got home, besides all the big flashy things, what did she learn? There's no place like home.
In Charleston, I'm Jesse Shafer, 13 News, working for you.
Great stuff. If you want to learn more about Danny Boyd and his career, including where you can find copies of his work, head to our website, WOWKTV.com. All right, if you're headed to Huntington for Marshall's matchup against Rice, you won't want to forget your coat. Oh no. Spend 11.